so freaking cold. I don't know how anyone stays warm around here. Hello! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Never EmTy Bottle. I'm still Tyler. And today you guys get the benefit of me not making one, but 3 cocktails because it is cold outside, it's getting colder every day, and we gotta keep that cocktail blanket on us. So I'm gonna go ahead and make you guys some fairly classic cocktails. I'm sure you guys have heard of a few of these, if not all 3 of them before. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. I'll walk through it step by step like I always do, and I'm sure they're gonna be absolutely delicious. So the first cocktail that we're gonna do is going to be the Martinez. This is kind of a variation of a martini. We got our gin, our sweet vermouth, a little bit of maraschino liqueur, and some orange bitters. So where, you know, gin and vodka can kind of be intermixed with a martini. And all these drinks are gonna be stirred today. So if you don't have a shaker at home, today's your day because we're gonna be stirring all these. So go ahead and grab a mason jar or your mixing glass, grab some ice, plop it in there like so. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go with 2 ounces of your gin of choice. And God, I hope I have 2 ounces worth. Oh my goodness, that's about the last drop I have. 2 ounces of our gin in our glass. Time to up my gin game, people. And that wasn't a great bottle of gin. I need better gin. So, 2 ounces of that. We're gonna go with 3/4 of an ounce of our sweet vermouth. Right in there. This next part calls for a bar spoon of maraschino liqueur. So doing a bar spoon is kind of difficult, especially with a bottle like this where there's a weird fun stop at the top. So be careful when you're doing this. This is essentially just gonna give it a little sweetness. Just like so. All right. Get all these bottles. I'm moving all the bottles out of the way so I don't knock them over because I have big, stupid hands. Okay, lastly, we're gonna go ahead 1 hard dash of our orange bitters. So, hiya! Just like that. And now we get to stir it. So give it about 20-30 rotations. Now that we're good and stirred, we go ahead and we put our strainer on here. That's the weird thing about it because it barely fits. The Hawthorne here barely fits my mason jar, but you can go ahead. I'll double strain it just for the heck of it so we don't get any ice bits in here. Into our nice chilled coupe. Coupes are back, people. They did not go away for long. That looks beautiful. Just like so. All right, and then go ahead. I have an orange peel already cut, and we're gonna express the oils. Maybe go ahead and go around the rim here. And then I'm just gonna place it in there like so. I doubt it'll sit, but here's our Martinez. Let's go ahead and give her a sip. Very delicious. Like I said, it's got martini qualities, but that maraschino liqueur does wonders for this. It sweetens it up and it makes it delicious for this time of year. This next cocktail is Negroni, except for that it's not because we're using rye whiskey, so it is a Boulevardier, which is a fancy word for alcohol, I assume. Anyways, this is going to be a kind of a spicier, warmer version of the Negroni. So we're using, like I said, rye whiskey. I got Rittenhouse here. It's 100 proof. It's a nice, strong kick in the ass. So we're gonna go with 1.5 ounces of this beautiful Rittenhouse into our mixing glass. Like I said, all these are mixed today, so you don't have to go and get that shaker. Maybe ask for it for Christmas though. Christmas is coming. Next, we're going with sweet vermouth. Once again, we're going with 3/4 of an ounce of that. Thank God I have plenty of it. And then lastly, we're going with 3/4 of an ounce of our Campari here. So this is gonna be kind of a bitter liqueur. It's gonna give it a much different flavor profile for sure. And it's gonna be a beautiful ruby red. So put that right on in there. And then same as before, go ahead and give it just a buttload of stirs. If you feel like you've seen this movie before, you definitely have, because we're literally doing the exact same thing as we do with the last cocktail. We're gonna fine strain it into our chilled coupe. Both these drinks go very nicely in coupes. Right, just like so. And get this stuff out of the way. And also, like before, we're gonna go ahead and garnish with an orange peel. So we're gonna go ahead and spray some of the fragrance on there and then go around the rim. And then just like before, we're gonna, I mean, I'm not being lazy, that's just how you garnish these cocktails. But there we have our Boulevardier. And go ahead and comment down below how I butchered this, and we can learn together how to say it. So, cheers. like I said, that Rittenhouse, big kick, but that bitterness of the Campari really kind of cuts it, and it makes it more, it's not so sharp, I would say. Like, it's tolerable. It's not one where it's like gasoline. So it's very nice, it's very refreshing. Put yourself under a blanket in front of a fire and drink yourself 3 or 4 of these. And the final cocktail that we're doing today is the AppleJack Sazerac, which is kind of a variation of a Sazerac, which is also kind of a variation of an old fashioned. So we're going pretty far down the line here, but the difference between this is instead of like Sazerac, like Rye Whiskey or anything like that, we're using AppleJack here. So I have Laird's, which I believe this is 100 proof as well. Yes, 100 proof Laird's AppleJack. We're gonna go with 2 full ounces of that. I love my AppleJack for around this time of the year. It just reminds me of everything warm and fuzzy. Next, we're gonna go with 1/4 ounce of maple syrup. And if you're wondering why it's in this thimble looking jigger here, it's because that was the last of my maple syrup. I had a little bit left, but so we're good. Anyways, go ahead and pour 1/4 ounce of maple syrup in there. Make sure it all gets out. You might have to wash it out with, some bitters here, we'll see. And last but not least for this cocktail, we're going with 3 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. So more of a red cocktail, just like the last one. Once again, spoon is in effect, and we're stirring the hell out of it. So if you can, I would get like a big cube of ice, or maybe some sphericals of ice. I don't have great ice for this drink. It's not gonna look as sexy as I want it to, but that's okay. So for this one, we don't need a double strain. We can just go ahead and pour it in. This one goes into a rocks glass of your choosing. I wouldn't coupe this one, but yeah, just like so. And just like the other ones, also going to have an orange peel. You could also do a lemon peel. I just figured I didn't want to muddy up an orange and a lemon. So we're gonna go with orange again, and we're gonna give it a nice little twist. And we're just gonna slide that in here. And here we have our AppleJack Sazerac. Let's give this a little sip. Even though I know it's 100 proof AppleJack, it's still, the flavor of it softens it up for me. That maple syrup is very potent in that, and I love it. It's very delicious. The Peychaud's I don't really get, either way of it, but this is a very nice warm cocktail. So this one, definitely a few of these. So whether you're making the Martinez, the Boulevardier, or the AppleJack Sazerac, you honestly, people cannot go wrong. They're all very delicious, warm cocktails. Warm as in they remind you of the warm season. They kind of put that cocktail blanket on you, and they give you good, happy feelings. They're not actually warm, but they're all delicious, classic cocktails, 3 to 4 ingredients, and they're all yours. If you guys got the chance, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment away as much as you want. I have a lot more of these kind of cocktails coming for this time of year. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas, and that means we are gonna have us some Christmas cocktails, and honestly, that's my favorite part of the year. Other than that, I hope you guys continue to drink on, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.